Hello, everyone, and welcome to Platinum Tier coverage of Slipstream Racing round number 8 that will be taking place around Imola, or as they call it, the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari, also known as Imola. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast. If you would like to, you may subscribe to this channel as I will be doing the Platinum Tier coverage for the rest of this Season 4. And as well, make sure that you like this stream as well. So we're just waiting for a couple more people to join into the lobby before we get this session underway. So for today's race, it is actually going to be a one-shot qualifying session followed by a sprint, which I believe is 11 laps, which will then set the starting grid for the main race that will be taking place, which I believe is 32 laps, if I'm not mistaken. So lots of racing that will be taking place for this round number 8. So we are just waiting for a few more people to join, and then I will just, first off, I will post the stream in the Discord. All right, so that is done, and then let me just check to make sure that the audio is good. Yep, so the audio is good on the stream, so everything seems to be good. And then just a recap of what took place last week. So it was actually the main Wayne who won last week's race around Monaco. There was some errors that were taking place, not as far as the drivers were concerned, but just a lot of desync that took place in last week's race. Hopefully we don't have those fortunes for today's race. But it was the main Wayne who won that race. It was Trent H of the Red Bull team who came in second place. And then I believe it was Thug Hughes that finished in third. Yes, it was Thug Hughes who finished in third. So that was the top 3 from last week's race, and it looks like everyone has readied up. So we have 15 people currently. I guess there may be some people that may join before the sprint or for the actual race, but we are about to get underway for this one-shot qualifying session. So it's good weather for this one-shot qualifying session, so I'm wondering if we'll see what will happen for the sprint and then for the actual race. But for this qualifying session, weather looks quite good. This Imola track is one of my personal favorite tracks. I remember when I was learning no line last summer, I really did not like this track when I was driving it with the racing line. As soon as I took the racing line off, this became a automatic top 3 track, top 3 favorite track for myself. So I really like this circuit. So looking forward to this race. Should be quite interesting. Looks like we're in another 30-second countdown, so still waiting for this one-shot qualifying session to start. Yep, so it looks like it is now currently underway. I will get the settings in order. As F1 Original Poly has already retired, which is quite interesting. So for the time being, we'll ride on board with the main Wayne, currently in third place at the moment in this one-shot qualifying session. And ahead of him is the Aston Martin driver. I believe he's reserving for the Aston Martin team. That is our Santiago, swapping places with the main Wayne as it is right now. Main Wayne currently in second place, but as it is right now, it is Neeb of the Ferrari team who is currently in first place and looking to take pole position for this race. It is Neeb of the Ferrari team going into the final two turns on this circuit, and it is going to be pole position for the Ferrari driver. It is the main Wayne coming through in second place, and then we have our Santiago finishing in third. So going through the starting order for this sprint race, it is Neeb on pole position, the main Wayne for starting in second, our Santiago starting in third, and we have, what did I call him? Kieros, yes, in fourth, Trent H in fifth, C. Sully starting sixth, Doug Hughes starting seventh, Kyle the Ace starting eighth, A. Waffle starting 9th, Race Chase starting in 10th, Love Pistol starting 11th, Savage Baboon starting in 12th, Slowbox starting in 13th, Grego starting in 14th, and F1 Original Poly will be starting at the back of the grid in 15th place. So it looks like it's just about the same weather conditions as the qualifying session, so that bodes well as far as setups from the quali to the sprint. However, it is going to be interesting to see what the 50% race weather conditions are going to be. For the time being, it is, I would say, partly cloudy, but no rain as it is right now. So the countdown is finished. We are to 3, 4, and 5 red lights. And we are away for this 11-lap sprint here at Imola. And Neeb getting himself quite a good start, and the main Wayne is right on his back, having a little look to the inside of the Ferrari driver, and I did hear some contact behind. Not sure who that was. May have been Kyle the Ace, who is an A Waffle, actually. So that's unfortunate for both of them. They have dropped down 5 and 6 positions, respectively. And we actually do have, looks like it is a virtual safety car. So under virtual safety car conditions, it is Neeb who still holds the lead of this race. The main Wayne behind him in second place, Kieros who is Domain Lane's teammate for today, has made up one position, is up in third. Our Santiago currently in fourth. Trent fifth, C Sully sixth, and Subbees in seventh as we are back under green flag conditions and the race is back underway. So as Savage Baboon heads into his race pace, will make his way up into 8th as Slowbox gets himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now riding on board with our Santiago is quite close to Fieros, and looks like, I believe A Waffle made a pass on F1 Original Poly, so A Waffle has moved himself up into 12th place. So these drivers head to the end of Sector 2. And it looks like, I believe Carly 8 just made a move on Love Pistol. We have yellow flags in Sector 1. That is Slowbox. Ooh, and Doug Hughes has made a mistake himself. So that's going to promote Grego up into 8th place. So Mead sets another fastest lap of this sprint with a 1:18.252. DRS is now enabled on this lap 3. And looks like A Waffle has made his way past Love Pistol. We will see if F1 Original Poly will be able to. But no, Love Pistol's actually coming back. As A Waffle is low on the battery, A Waffle has gone very deep. Slightly dangerous. F1 Original Poly has made his way past Love Pistol to go up into 12th. So A Waffle is already low on his battery as Slowbox gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. So now riding on board with Trent H just above 3/10 behind our Santiago in the Aston Martin ahead of him. Got yellow flags in Sector 3. Someone may have made a mistake, and I think it may be Kyle the 8th. Yep, Kyle the 8th has made, I believe, another error, has moved him down into 13th place. We are currently on lap 4 of this sprint qualifier. So out in front, Mead has gotten himself a 2-second lead ahead of the Haas driver, Domain Wayne. So it looks like Trent has gotten himself a pretty good exit out of that turn. Trent is doing, we have yellow flags in Sector 3. That may have been Slowbox, again making a very slight error. Looks like Trent is the one driving the most consistently as it is right now. He is coming up quite close to the back of our Santiago. However, it does look like our Santiago may have slightly lower down force than the Red Bull driver as he was pulling away just slightly. So we're currently on lap 5 of this 11-lap sprint race. Our Santiago went slightly wide into those turns, and once again, Trent H is pretty much right on his tail. So as it stands right now, we have yellow flag sector 2. That may be F1 original Pauly. So he has made a mistake. And Love Pistol is now coming up to the back of the Alpine driver, but will not make a move at this particular moment. Trent was getting himself close to our Santiago, but may not have been enough straight for him to make his way ahead of the Aston Martin driver. Now riding on board with the Williams driver of Kyle the Ace, it's going to be DRS wide open for the Williams driver. Will he be able, as F1 original Pauly up ahead is actually low on the battery. We have yellow flag sector 2. That is, I believe, slow box, as Kyle the Ace has made slight contact with Love Pistol, and slow box has gotten himself another 10-second penalty as Kyle the Ace makes his way past the Alfa Romeo of Love Pistol to go up into 12th. So that was a pretty good move by the Williams driver of Kyle the Ace, although Love Pistol did make a slight error going through those turns in the midst of sector 1. At the end of sector 1, I should call it. So Mead has himself a 3.2 second lead on the main Wayne, who is just about half a second ahead of his teammate Piero's. Trent H still pressuring our Santiago, has to be careful, had to lift and probably hit the brakes slightly as he was maybe just about to go into the back of the Aston Martin ahead of him. We have yellow flag in sector 2. I do believe that is slow box. So now our Santiago is low on the battery, and Trent H has nearly 70% battery left. But now riding on board with Piero, it's going to be DRS for the Haas driver, and he's going to make his way past his teammates to go up into second place. So it's going to be interesting to see if the main Wayne is going to be able to fight back on his teammate to take that second place position back. Now riding on board with Race Chase, making his way past C Sully to go up into 6th place. Well done by the Mercedes driver. So as it is right now, Race Chase is slightly low on the battery as C Sully runs slightly wide through that turn. Now riding on board with Kyle the Ace, he has made his way past F1 original Pauly to go up into 11th place. So yellow flag in sector 2. I don't see anybody has slowed down, so just a momentary yellow flag. So Kyle the Ace trying to make up those positions that he lost from the beginning of this sprint. Started in 8th. Currently in 11th. Now riding on board with our Santiago. Looks like the main Wayne maybe slightly struggling. So Trent H, this is nearly a 3 wide. Have to be very careful. Trent H backs out. There is contact, but our Santiago makes his way past the main Wayne to go up into 3rd place. Not sure what's happening with the main wing. He's struggling slightly. Ooh, and Trent looking for the move up the inside, and that is 4th place for the Red Bull driver. So this is somewhat uncharacteristic of the main wing. Has lost 3 positions in a matter of basically a lap and a lap and a sector. And he's struggling slightly. I wonder if there's, as we have yellow flag sector 2, that may be, no, it is, Slowbox is having quite the difficulties in this sprint. It doesn't look like the main wing has any damage. No, he doesn't. So, not sure what's happening with the half driver, but he is now down in 5th place. Now riding on board with Savage Baboon as Love Pistol going slightly wide into that turn, and Savage Baboon goes up into 13th place. Oh, and it's actually starting to rain. So we have nearly just over or just under 2 laps remaining in this race. DRS wide open for the Alpine of F1 Original Pauly, and he is side by side with Caldy Ace. Caldy Ace must be using quite a bit of battery as he's nearly able to keep that 11th place position. That was quite impressive. He must be very low on the downforce, but F1 Original Pauly able to make his way up into 11th. Oh, so that is the issue. The main wing is actually not in his car right now. So now riding on board with Trent, he has made his way past our Santiago to go up into 3rd place. And unfortunately, I don't believe I can't send. Yeah, I can't send a friend request because I only have Cody as a friend. So the main wing's gonna probably have to wait until the 50% race to get back in his car. However, as Mead is heading to the end of Sector 2, the beginning of Sector 3, he is going to be taking the win of this sprint qualifying race. He is 4.6 seconds ahead of the half of Piero in 2nd. Yellow flag sector 1 and 2, that may be Caldy Ace, yes. So Mead has won this sprint qualifying session. Piero's coming home in 2nd. Trent H will be finishing in 3rd place. Santiago coming home in 4th. The main wing finishing in 5th. Race Chase will be coming home in 6th place. The main wing just crossed the start finish. Race Chase and Nancy Sully 6th and 7th respectively. Grego will be coming home in 8th place, made up 6 positions from the beginning. Looks like Doug Hughes is actually out of fuel, coming home in 9th place. In 10th will be the Aston Martin of a Waffle. F1 Original Pauly will be finishing in 11th. Bit of an oversteer moment as the track is becoming slightly wetter. Savage Baboon in 12th, Caldy Ace 13th, and it'll be Love Pistol finishing in 14th, with Soulbox finishing in 15th. But here's your winner of the sprint qualifying session. It is Neeb of the Ferrari team. So going through the finishing order of this sprint qualifying session, it is Meeb who finishes in first place, Quieros of the Haas team in second, Trent H in third, R. Santiago finishing in fourth, the main Wayne in fifth, Race Chase sixth, C. Sully in seventh, Grego in eighth, Thug Hughes finishes ninth, A. Waffle finishes 10th, F1 Original Paulie comes home in 11th, Savage Baboon 12th, Kyle the Ace finishes 13th, Love Pistol 14th, and Slowbox finishes in 15th place. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's an issue with the lobby, as it does seem like the main Wayne crashed out as far as his connection, and I'm not sure if F1 Original Paulie may be having an issue himself. So we're at 4 and 5 red lights. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure what is going on, as it looks like there is absolute carnage at the beginning of this 50% race, as we may need to make another lobby. Yep, so if you are tuning into this, there is going to be a new lobby, so you may quit out of this race. So I'll just have this on pause for the moment. Yeah, I will pause this stream for the time being as we try and set up a new lobby for this 50% race. So we will be back momentarily. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this broadcast of round number 8 at Imola here at Slipstream Racing, the Platinum tier. As we had a bit of problems heading into the 50% race after the sprint qualifying session, so we had to start a new lobby, and now we're just about to get underway for the 50% race. So we're just loading into the lobby, and then the drivers will just have to set up or get their setups put on, as now Slowbox has been kicked. Hopefully someone can get Slowbox in before the race starts. So we're at 5 red lights. And we are away for this 32-lap race at Imola. Actually, I'll get these settings in order. Diablo flag sector 1. Looks like F1 original Poly. Looks like numerous cars have actually been involved in an incident. Our Santiago is out of this race. So looking at Reed, he has made up one position to go up into 3rd place. So now Mead making his way past Slowbox to go up into 3rd place, and Race Chase also making his way past his teammate to go up into 3rd. So once again, it does look like there are issues with people being kicked. From this session, so I am not exactly sure if Yeah, sorry, I'm just paused to see what is happening in the Discord.